Hey guys. Oh, crap. I am really late today. 12:20. Could have been there at 11:30. Even that would have been late, but at least it would have been 11:30. But no. I got sidetracked. I mean, it's snowing right now, and there wasn't really a lot of accumulation yet, so I could have definitely left my driveway easily. But here's the thing. I wanted to spray some snow melt onto the ground first before I left, so that when I came home the accumulation would not have been all that much and it would have been easier to shovel. But here's the thing. What I use is Bare Grounds. I believe that's what it's called, and it works really well. Unfortunately, the dispensing unit did not. Now, when I first used Bare Grounds, I was using a hand pump, and that was really annoying, and it took too long, and so then I decided, I'll just spend the extra money to get the battery powered pump. I got that last year, I believe. But last year there was hardly any snow, so I had spent the money for nothing. Not only that, but I also spent the money for 4 gallons of Bare Grounds for nothing. So it's just sat there in my house for an entire year, all that stuff. And now I finally get to use it, so I poured in a gallon into the dispenser. I turn on the dispenser. Nothing is coming out. Nothing. And after I'm leaving it on for a while, some of the Bare Grounds finally started spraying out. But it was not spraying out in a stream. It was trickling out. And I don't know. Maybe if I left it on a little longer, it would have started spraying, but that would have killed the batteries. It uses 4 D-cell batteries. Those things are expensive. I can't spend half the battery just getting it to start up. And I don't know. Then I figured, you know what? Maybe it's because it's dirty or clogged or something. It has been an entire year, and I did use it once last year, but after that was it. And it has been sitting there for an entire year, so it's probably dirty, so I probably need to clean it. Unfortunately, I still had an entire gallon of Bare Grounds in there, so I just got so fed up that I poured it all out onto the ground. An entire gallon that should have been able to cover my entire driveway only covered my front what is it, a stoop? Because it's not a porch. It's not big enough to be a porch, and it's not big enough to be a deck, so I guess it's a stoop. And it was an entire gallon for that small amount of space. Such a big waste of money. Anyway, crap work. I'll finish the story later. Alright, so I just got home from work. So, anyway, continuing on with the story from earlier today. Let's see, where did I leave off? So I had just dumped out all of the Bare Grounds onto the stoop. So that's an entire gallon. So that's an entire gallon's worth of money wasted. I mean, on the one hand, at least there's no snow accumulation on that stoop. Unfortunately, there's no snow accumulation anywhere. Well, I mean, there is a slight bit of accumulation, but somewhere in the day, like halfway through the day, it started raining, which means all the snow that accumulated washed away. So I wasted an entire gallon for nothing. Anyway, What was I going before? Oh yeah, that's right. I took the dumped down all the bare grounds, and so now I had an empty dispenser, sprayer, whatever, that was probably dirty, so or clogged or whatever. So I brought it downstairs to clean it out in the sink, right? So I just filled it up with hot water, started up the pump, and you know what? It was working perfectly fine. So yes, it was dirty. Oh crap! So much money wasted today for nothing. Made even worse by the fact that the rain washed it all away, washed away all the snow. So again, just rub it in my face, why don't you, that I wasted so much money today for nothing. Anyway, today's useless facts coming up. Alright, now it's time for today's useless facts. And today's useless facts are going to be on saints. Saint Simeon was called Stylites, meaning pillar dweller. He was a 5th century Syrian saint who spent the last 30 years of his life sitting on top of a pillar 70 feet high. Last 30 years. That is implausible. Not impossible, but it is implausible. Sitting on a pillar 70 feet high for 30 years. Okay. Something about that story just seems a tad bit embellished. They're always after me, Lucky Charms. Okay, that was a horrible Irish accent, whatever. St. Patrick was not actually Irish, but British, most likely from modern-day Wales. He was only in Ireland after being captured by Irish raiders. Upon escaping and becoming a priest and a bishop, Patrick eventually returned to Ireland as a missionary. He was made a patron saint of Ireland because of his success in converting the Irish. So they patronized. No, that's the incorrect use of that word. They made him a patron for destroying them. Okay. The 7 deadly sins: anger, covetousness, I don't know, envy, gluttony, lust, pride, and sloth, are not enumerated in the Bible. They were first set forth by St. Thomas Aquinas. Anger, okay, so that's wrath. Covetousness, no idea. Envy, gluttony, lust, pride, sloth. Hold on. Envy, gluttony, lust, pride, sloth, wrath. So what's the 7th one? The 7th one is covetousness. Covetousness. What the hell is covetousness? What the hell does that mean? Covetousness. Covet. Okay, covetousness. So word in that is covet. To covet means to... No, but then that would be lust. So there's a 7th one that's missing. What is the 7th one? Let's see. Gluttony, envy, wrath, sloth, pride, lust. What's that 7th one? Why would they use the word covetousness? Who aside from people who study language, who would actually know what that word means? Okay, there we go. Let's see. Last one. Greed. Right. Covet. Greed. Covetous. Greed. Got it. Really, Charlotte Lowe? You could not have just gone with greed. You have to use covetousness. Saint Adrian Nicomedia is the patron saint of arms dealers. He is commonly represented armed with an anvil in his hands or at his feet. Wait a minute. Patron saint of arms dealers. Weapons. Okay. Weapons. He is commonly represented armed, alright, with an anvil in his hands or at his feet. An anvil. Anvil. It's a tool of metalsmiths, metalworkers. A hammer and anvil, as in Vulcan, god of metalworks, I believe. In Roman mythology. In Greek mythology, he would be known as Hephaestus. Again, god of metalwork. And I believe he was also in charge of making the weapons for the gods. Stolen material. Saint Anthony the Abbot is the patron saint of both pig herders and skin diseases. He is often depicted with a pig because pork fat was used as a treatment for skin ailments. Okay, that one is plausible because soap is or used to be made from rendered animal fat, I believe. I think some still are. Anyway, that does it for today's useless facts. Tomorrow, saliva. I don't believe I've done facts on saliva yet, so tomorrow's useless facts will be on saliva. Alright, so I'm about to sign off for today, but first, just finished Voyager about 2 hours ago, so hooray! Star Trek TV series marathon is done. Now I just need to wait for Netflix to get all the freaking movies, and then I can marathon those. In the meantime, I guess I'll just watch some random stuff that comes up, and I did say I was going to do the Dark Knight marathon, didn't I? I guess I'll look into that maybe tomorrow, so I don't know. Watching the Greys, I believe it's called. Yeah, with Liam Neeson. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. So far. Anyway, and 3. I was contacted by Aflac. I don't know if I told you this yet. Not. I think it was a few weeks ago they contacted me. And then they contacted me again by email. And now they just contacted me again a few hours ago. And, well, I guess I have a information session with them. I'm guessing that's just a longer way of saying an interview. But that will be next Friday. So I guess it's an interview with Aflac next Friday. And do I really want to work for Aflac? No, not really. But couldn't hurt to go in for some information, right? Not only that, but it will give me something to do on Friday. And gives me an excuse to dress up and look like I'm someone important. Yeah. But yeah, whatever they say, I don't think I'm really going to buy into it at all. Honestly, I don't want to do sales. Not again. And that's what this is going to be. You know, insurance. I don't care whether it's insurance or cable, phone, whatever. I do not want to do sales anymore. I know I'm not good at it, and I know absolute certainty that I'm not good at it. And it would not be a job that I enjoy. And I have said, never say can't until you've tried. I've tried sales. I can't do sales. But I'll humor them. I'll go in, talk to them, see what they have to offer, yada yada yada. A few friends have already commented on my status on Facebook about that, and there's like mostly words of caution. Apparently they've tried with Aflac, and it was just a waste of time and money for them. So yeah, come to think of it, my last job at the NCG was kind of a waste of money also. I spent more money on gas than I did making money on sales. Well, we'll see next how things go next week. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that high-speed copier job either. So I didn't really give off the impression that I wanted to do the job. Especially when I told them that I currently still work at my other job, which I'm very comfortable at, plus Steampunk Studios, which I have no intention of leaving. So they might interpret that as I do not want the job. So, I just gotta find a job that fits with both of them, I guess. Anyway, talk to you guys tomorrow.